What's up, everybody? You all know me as the Guru Trust, and today we're going to be doing creepypastas. That sounds wrong. I meant to say we will be reading creepypastas. So, let's find a story that sounds interesting. I think, How the Girl Almost Stole My Voices, The Hat Man, Light Bulbs, The Man on the Road. I already read Lights Out. The Sandman. Why Me? Oh, let's read The Sandman. I've heard of that game, but I've played it, but it's never worked, so. And if you like it, you can push this black card at the top. So, yeah. Alright. Those who dream by day. Oh, I don't think this is part of the story. Those who dream by day are many things that escape those who dream only at night. You guys can read that part that says those who dream by day. Okay. Go to bed and wait for the Sandman. Even as it came out, James' mouth, it seemed sorry about that, guys. It seemed to him a strange thing to say, and he was not sure why he had, but for some reason it worked. Daniel went to bed. Oh, okay. So I guess you guys just have to go to bed or something. I don't know. Honey missed you. Sorry about that, guys. My mom's boyfriend just came out, and my dogs are all over him right now. Came out of the closet. I'm just kidding. He came out of the bedroom. But, anyway. Okay. The next morning, though, he asked, "What does the Sandman look like?" I don't think anybody knows. YouTube videos. James was making breakfast. Daniel sat at the table, short legs swinging under his chair. "Nothing really," James said. "It's just an expression." "What does that mean?" "Just something people say." He put a plate of eggs in front of Daniel and kissed him on the top of his head. Sorry, again. He thought that would be the end of it, until he saw the Sandman for himself. My bad. He was getting ready for bed and stopped by Daniel's room to check on him while he slept, as he often did. It was such a routine precaution that when he saw a pale, naked man sitting on the edge of Daniel's bed, rocking back and forth, it took a moment for him to process what he was seeing. Oh my gosh, what? He saw a pale, naked man sitting on the edge of Daniel's bed, rocking back and forth. It took a moment for him to process what he was seeing. That would take a moment for me to process what I was seeing too. That's creepy and weird. A naked, pale man sitting on the edge of someone's bed, rocking back and forth. Of course that would make you process your mind right then and there. What? That makes no sense. Okay. Alright. He reacted the way any father would, of course. He ran into the room screaming, and for a moment he thought about attacking the intruder, but then the man on the bed turned, and that's when James saw that it wasn't really a man. It was a pale, slithery thing, hairless and warped. Its joints turned the wrong way, and its body out of shape with itself. When it moved, it was like an insane marionette dancing on a stage. What? That's so weird and creepy and nasty. James froze. The skittering thing watched him. He felt spreading warmth, and he realized he'd pissed his pants. Oh my God, he peed himself. Ew! He felt spreading warmth. And then he realized he had peed himself. That's so weird and gross. Ew! Oh my God. Oh, Mom. This guy, he felt spreading warmth and realized he had pissed himself. Oh my gosh, that's so gross. Only when he remembered that Daniel was still there in bed, staring at the broken-shaped thing, sitting a foot away, did he regain the courage to move. He grabbed Daniel from... What? He grabbed Daniel and ran. In the hall, he turned to see if the thing would follow them, but it didn't. For a moment, it watched and then moved, and then, moving like a stop-motion nightmare, it crawled to the window and jumped out, leaving only blowing curtains to mark its passing. That's creepy. James had trouble talking to the police. He reported a break-in, but when asked to describe the intruder, he didn't know what to say. How could he make the ordinary man in the blue uniform sitting at the kitchen table while two of his colleagues searched the house understand a thing like he'd seen? He couldn't even understand himself. To make it worse, Daniel's memory did not correspond to James. He described an ordinary-looking burglar, a man in a mask, he said. James thought about it. Had it been a mask? No, it would had to be a full costume and an elaborate one. Something like they would use for a movie. Really? Really? Really gonna do that, homie? You really gonna do that, homie? Oh. Anyway. Let me go back to where I was. Oh, something like they would use for a movie. And that would not explain the way it moved. But in the end, he simply his son's testimony. A man in a mask, he said. A burglar. The lie unsettled him almost as much as he had hoped. The doctors said Daniel wasn't hurt and showed no signs of molestation. Sorry guys, I say that so weird. James was revealed. They stayed at a motel for a couple of nights until they felt ready to come home. And then James had a new security system installed, along with bars on the windows. He didn't like the sight of them in Daniel's room, but it seemed like the only thing to do. James was frightened that first night back in the house, but Daniel strangely was not. When asked if he was okay sleeping alone, he just said yes. Yes, I said yes. What? Yes. And I'm gonna punch this thing in the stupid head. Oh my God, I hate my phone so much. In the end, it was okay. It was James who found himself wishing he were not sleeping alone. He was up all night listening for the sound of anything moving in the house, although he had convinced himself that his memory was faulty and that it had been a normal man in his son's room. When he closed his eyes, even for a moment, he pictured blonde skin and twisted inhuman face. He found himself wondering why my house? Why my family? He knew, of course, that there didn't have to be any reason, but still he wondered. 2 weeks later, Daniel stopped talking. James didn't notice at first when kids went through quiet phases sometimes, but eventually he tried to get Daniel to talk. And he wouldn't. Eventually it became clear that he couldn't. Oh. 2 weeks later, Daniel stopped talking. James didn't notice at first. Kids went through quiet phases sometimes, but eventually he tried to talk to... Oh, I already read that. Sorry, guys. Okay. Back to the doctors they went. Nothing wrong with him. And we can see... Oh, my fucking God. And we can see was the diagnosis, was it trauma? James asked. Could be, they said. Sometimes these things come on late. Children can be a mystery, even to those who know them best. They recommended a child physiologist, whom James couldn't afford. He could not, for that matter, even afford the bill that they were giving him now. That's a little sad. Okay, guys. I think that I'm going to end the video here because it's already almost 12 minutes long. And matter of fact, in 1 second, now it is 12 minutes long. Okay, so, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe down below. Hit the subscribe button down below. Please subscribe to my channel. Tell all your friends and family about it. And hit the like button. And I hope you guys have a great day. Hopefully we can get this video to 10 likes. Love you guys. Bye.